Hi. Cooking at home can be quite demanding and boring. When you start thinking about the planning and the cooking and the cleaning the mess afterwards, it can be a lot of work. And that's why for many, eating out is the first option. However, I do feel that health starts in the kitchen, because at home is basically the only place where you can know exactly what goes into your plate. Also, I am used to cook for my whole family, breakfast, lunch, dinner, always from scratch with non-processed ingredients and always fresh. And I have found ways of doing it so that it feels a little bit easier, a little bit faster, and saves me a lot of time. And this is what I want to share with you in this video. First, everything starts with planning. Think about 10 recipes that you really like of your keto diet. Think about around 2 to 3 breakfast options, 5 to 6 main dishes, and a couple of snack options. This way, after repeating a few times those dishes, you'll start almost to memorize those recipes and which ingredients go in it. So when you start cooking and you are in the kitchen and start to find out that some ingredients are running low, keep pen and paper close by and write it down. Don't trust your memory, because after a little while you'll forget, and it's easy then when you go to a store that you don't remember what to buy. Instead, if you keep on track of the usual things that you use and always write it down, it's so much easier to have your shopping list always ready. And of course, before going to the groceries, make a final checkup and inventory of your kitchen and see if there's something missing for those 10 dishes that you are used to make. I know that sounds a little bit boring, only 10 recipes, but it's a great way to start. Then after that, you can start improvising and doing different things, but at least those 10, you're sure that you'll have it covered. Then the second tip is to always go bigger. Starting in the grocery store, where always try to buy more than enough food, so that for those recipes that you have chosen, you can do them 2 or 3 times during 1 week. That's gonna save you a lot of time, and it's gonna make your life always simpler, because you'll have options at home. You won't have to run multiple times to a grocery store during the week. Also, when you're cooking, try to make the recipes folded 2 or 3 times, and that's also save you a lot of time, because then you have food ready. Food in the fridge can stay good for around 4 days, and there's always the freezing option. And if you're gonna take food to work or somewhere else, you can choose to pack your food in boxes and then have them ready to go, or also leave them for your kids to quickly heat it up, and that's it. The next one is to make it easy on yourself. That's super important, because even if we know that the least processed foods are the best, there are still options out there that we can choose that can make our life a little bit easier. So things like pre-washed salads, or ready washed and cut vegetables, or chicken and fish fillets without bones and skin, and then also ready snacks or almost ready snacks that you can easily access. Things like sliced turkey, cheeses, olives, frozen berries, and yogurt are great keto snacks that you can have ready. Seeds and nuts, by the way, great ones. So you can always have them ready and access to them in your kitchen. And it will help you with the next tip, that when you are tired, you can just improvise. If you start to run low of ingredients, or simply you are tired and you don't have the energy to start cooking from scratch, you can always put a plate together. And what I mean about that is that you can throw in the plate a couple of options of vegetables, a little bit of cheese, few boiled eggs, a little bit of oil, and that's it. You have a plate, perfect keto plate ready, and you get all what you need, and it takes literally 5 to 10 minutes to make it. And finally, and the most important one, is to think always in advance. This is the key thing for keeping a healthy diet and also be able to be on top of what's going on in your kitchen. So you have to create the habit that in the evening you're already thinking about next day's eating plan. So you have to be clear on what's gonna be the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner of the next day. This way, there's no gonna be surprises. You'll know when you have to go to the grocery store. And also, very important, in the ketogenic diet, if you are used to have some treats like keto sweets and also some keto bread or crackers, you can check if you have them available. And in the evening is always a great time to make them, because then you probably need them the next day if you don't have it. So I hope you find these tips useful. For me, it's extremely important to feed my family, because the reward, even if it is a lot of work, the reward of having my kids healthy and my wife happy is such a big one that it makes worth it the effort. And as I said, with these tips, it can get so much easier. So until next time, I hope to see you soon. Any comments, please below, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.